Hey, welcome back. If you're new around here, say hey in the comments. If you are old friends with me, then comment and let me know how you're doing because I would love to hear from you. Now, today is moving on Monday. So I always get all these questions on how to move on and how do you bounce back. I've been told that I'm the queen of bouncing back. I've been told that, I go from one thing to the next. I'm quick, I gotta move on. I think it's because I'm an Aquarius. They say Aquarius, they move on from things really fast. All right, bye, have a nice life. I just can't care anymore. It's true. When I'm done, I'm done. I move on. And I get a lot of questions on how do you do that? How do you bounce back? And I know that y'all have seen a lot of my Moving on Monday videos. If not, scroll over, go over to your other apps and watch my Instagram, because I talk a lot on moving on Mondays. That's probably one of the days that I make the most videos and I talk the most about next steps and things like that, and the past and how you get past things and how I do that. But the one thing that really stuck out to me today, because it's Monday, is commitment. Are you committed? So I'm going to tell you some things, and we're going to talk about commitment. I have been seeing some craziness, you know what I mean? It's only we're only 13 days into the new year, and there's just been I want this in my life, I want that in my life, I have these new year's resolutions, and new year, new me, and things like that. And then it's I've just been seeing a lot of moving backwards and not a lot of moving on. And I'm not judging anybody, not at all, because I too am a victim of not moving forward and moving backwards and being stagnant in the new year. So commitment is your number one thing, because the reason why you're not reaching your goal by the end of the year or by that 6-month mark or whatever is because you're not committed to your goal. So commitment is the number one thing. All right. First of all, to stay committed, you have to stop being afraid. You have to say, I expect to reach my goal, and don't be afraid to reach your goal. It can be scary, to get everything that you want and not really know how to handle it. That can be scary, but you can't be scared to take the steps. You can't be scared to get the results. You can't be scared to do the things and cut the people off that you don't need in your life anymore. You can't be scared because your goal, you're committed to that, right? Okay, so number one is commit to your goals, right? The next thing you need to do in order to be able to move on or moving on Mondays, and when you want to know how to bounce back or whatever, is to commit to yourself. If you can't do the things that you said that you were going to do for you to yourself, then how are you going to follow through with the things you said that you're going to do for other people? How are you going to accomplish your dreams? How are you going to serve? How are you going to contribute if you can't even commit to yourself? So I have this problem where I do a lot of planning, right? And I'm I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then I don't even do it. You can't make a New Year's resolution if you're not committed to yourself. And if you keep saying that I'm going to try to do this and I'm going to try to do that. No, you have to absolutely commit, go full force, run and do it. Fight for it, commit to it. You know what I mean? Because it's absolutely not easy. It's not something that it's going to come easy to you. But if you're committed to your goal, if you're committed to the mission, if you're committed to the vision, then you're not going to stop. Okay? The other thing you need to do is commit to leaving the past in the past. Okay? That is probably the hardest thing. And this is the last one. So I'm going to get a little deeper into that. So commit to leaving the past in the past. We've been talking about relationships. So in my most previous relationship, I had to decide when I wanted to leave, that I was going to leave the past in the past. Whatever this was that was going on, whatever that situation and the results that I was getting from that, I had to commit to leave all of that behind. You know what I mean? All of that, like when you think about moving on Monday, when you think about taking the next steps, when you think about, getting to Transformation Tuesday, getting to your absolute transformation, you need to commit to leaving the past in the past. You need to commit that I don't want that anymore. You need to commit that, like, okay, if I was not saving my money, if I was not committed to exercising on a regular basis, or if I wasn't committed to eating healthy, then I'm going to get the same results. I need to leave the past in the past. That goes the same way as far as regrets. You cannot keep reminding yourself of your regrets and what you didn't do yesterday. You need to be committed to leaving the whole entire past in the past. The people you said you wanted to get rid of, the habits you said that you wanted to get rid of, the results that you said that you didn't, that you weren't happy with. Leave all of that alone. Leave all of that in the past, because you really can't say that you're committed to your goals or committed to yourself if you can't do that. That's probably the biggest thing that, enabled me to move on, is to say to myself that I don't want anything from my past. The way I was yesterday, the people that were in my life yesterday, the things that were in my life yesterday, my bank account that was in my life yesterday, I don't want it anymore. And I'm committed to be a different person. I'm committed to moving on. I'm committed to keep moving forward. So numero uno, the biggest thing that you need to do as far as moving on, don't ask me no more, is commit. Decide what you want, go for it, and don't settle. That's it. Period. I hate saying period because everybody be saying period, but the point is just do it. Just commit. It's really not like, it is hard. It's only hard because a lot of people aren't consistent, and maybe that's what I need to talk about, is consistency. But commitment, number one, is because it's like, a lot of people also ask me about self-love. It's like, how can you say that you love yourself if you're not keeping your word to yourself, if you're not committed? How can you say that you want to be in a committed relationship, but you can't commit to you? You can't commit to what you said you were going to do. You can't commit to what it is that you said that you were going for. You know what I mean? I committed to getting a new job. Got it. I committed to leaving my relationship. Done. So what's stopping you? Are you committed? Y'all let me know in the comments. I'm open to questions. Like, I want to know what y'all want to know. I'm getting so many relationship questions. A lot of people want to know about narcissistic abuse and lying and how do you deal with all that stuff. And y'all know me, like, just move on. But at the same time, I will answer those questions. But for moving on Monday and just for the new year, like, I want y'all to really practice being committed to your goals, being committed to yourself, being committed to everything that you want to manifest in 2020. See y'all.